Okay, hey there. I've recently had a problem with my electronic key. I still have that problem. Uh, the thing is, while I can lock and unlock the doors, let's try it. See, now I've unlocked it, and now I locked it. So, uh, the car locking and unlocking works. The problem was with the ignition. Normally when you insert the key fob into the ignition, you should hear a sound. That sound is the sound of unlocking of the steering. But as you can see, there's no sound, there's no lights coming up in the dashboard, and I can't turn on the ignition. Now I thought maybe there's a problem with the electronic ignition system or driver authorization system. I don't know which one is responsible for what. But then I, remember that I had a spare key, so I tried that. You see? You heard the sound? Now the ignition, I can turn on the ignition, and it works pretty well. So the whole system is okay. The problem was with the key. So as you already might know, there is a coil at the tip of the board that's inside this fob. There must be something with it. Maybe it's already dead, or maybe it's been detached. I might have dropped it, so it might have detached from the board. So I'll disassemble this fob and see what's inside and let you know. And here's the board itself. As you can see, this black one is the coil I was talking about, and when examining it, I noticed the gap. You see it's been detached. You see the gap? So let me see if I can focus this. Okay, you see that, I don't know if that's I'm not very good at electronics. I don't know what that's called. Is it a transistor or capacitor? I don't know. So it should be, I think it should be attached to it. Now I'm gonna give it a try and try to solder it, and then I go and check whether it works or not and share the result. Hi again. So I eventually took my key to someone who can fix them. This is another one. This is not the original board. I'm just showing you to give you a better explanation. What he did was to take all the components off. By the way, all the components were okay. There was nothing wrong with them. He just unsoldered them, gave them a good clean both to the board and to the components, and then soldered them back. Not the tiny ones, but the bigger ones. And I told him about the coil. I was talking about the gap between this coil and the board, and he said that that was not the cause. It was okay. So I don't know. So now I can turn the ignition on, lock and unlock the steering wheel.